ESPN 94.1 FM and AM 930 present The Drive.
It is Wednesday, December 13th. Your drive begins now on ESPN 94.1 and AM 930. We're going to open up the text line this hour for you at 304-396-TALK. That's 304-396-8255. Coming up this hour, we're going to talk Marshall basketball. We're going to talk Marshall football, of course. We're also going to hear from one of the marketing directors over at Marshall University in a few minutes. Sydney Shelton's going to join us. She's the director of marketing and fan engagement. We got a lot of things coming up for the Thundering Herd homestand for Marshall basketball. So she's going to get us updated on everything that's happening with the Thundering Herds, promotions, special events, anything that you might be able to take advantage of. So she's going to join us in the next few minutes. But, of course, until then, it's open lines for you. And again, that number one more time is 304-396-TALK, 304-396-8255. Our texter of the day is going to win a 4-pack of tickets to go see the Herd in action on the basketball court. The Thundering Herd has a busy schedule the next few days, and we're going to give you an opportunity to go see the Herd take on Bluefield. That's coming up Monday. And we've got a 4-pack of tickets, so our texter of the day is going to win those tickets, and good luck to you. And if you don't win today, we'll give you another opportunity tomorrow. So we're going to be giving away basketball tickets all this week on the show for the upcoming homestand. So looking forward to hearing from you today on our text line. We got a lot of feedback yesterday and still some today on Coach Huff making his apology after comments that he said to a reporter from Channel 13, Cassidy Wood, the sports director, last week in regards to quarterback and, honestly, a kid that maybe got a little bit more grief than he should in Cam Fancher. So quarterback Cam Fancher entering the transfer portal, and depending on your point of view, either there was a lot of criticism going his way, a lot of criticism going the coach's way. There was a lot of criticism not just at games. There was booing, of course, and there's the usual fans voicing displeasure. There's also social media. There's this program. There's a lot of it going around as far as people's opinions, good, bad, indifferent, as far as how he's performing, how Coach is performing. And when Coach was asked about why he thought he was entering the transfer portal, was that a shock to him? And he basically said what he said about the NIL money and the fact that the kid was miserable. And he clarified yesterday that that was an opinion being inserted into a statement that he gave a reporter after the question. And some of you thought that that maybe wasn't good enough, or the timing was wrong on that, should have happened days ago, or it was kind of half-hearted. Interesting reaction. And we'll get our texters into this now at 304-396-TALK, 304-396-8255. Texter says, Coach Huff likes to talk. And that's good. I like him and the changes he's made. I'd like to see Cam with a new offensive coordinator and new offensive line. Ever hear of sticking your foot in your mouth? Coach might have lost a big toe last week in the media and fan support. Coach Huff, Marshall fans can't stand 5 losses in a row. As a fan, they don't want to hear excuses. They have to see improvement. So opinions continue on Coach Huff and how he's doing and how he's responded to everything. And, of course, you can join in as well. 304-396-TALK, 304-396-8255. That's the number to be a part of the program. And, of course, Coach can take it. That's the one thing that I think is true. Coach can take it. If you've got criticism, he even commented, you got one more game to boo me. You got one more game this season to boo me. So if you need to get it out, go ahead, get it out. Of course, when the game rolls around on the 19th, let's all hopefully be cheering for the Thundering Herd to get the victory over UTSA. So interesting times we're living in here with the Thundering Herd. We'll get more of your reactions coming up. We've got basketball coming up tonight. The Herd on the road taking on Toledo. Going to be in Savage Arena. Toledo leading the all-time series 38-24. And Toledo has won 4 of its last home meetings against Marshall. Marshall right now coming into this one 3-6. Toledo's 5-4. Marshall's not putting up the points like it used to. It's averaging right now 73.8 points a game. Toledo is right around 80 points a contest. We'll get into more of the game coming up later on this hour. And if you're going to be tuning into the game tonight, stick around. 6 o'clock is when you want to start really tuning in. If you got to go somewhere, that's fine. I mean, I would rather you take me with you. But if you got to go somewhere, come back 6 o'clock. We've got you covered with our pregame. It's going to be on 93.7 The Dog and right here on ESPN 94.1 and AM 930. So a lot of basketball coming up tonight. Hopefully the Thundering Herd can get this victory and continue to get back to the winning side of the ledger. 3-6 right now. It's been a rough start for the Herd, but I was very optimistic with the way that the Bobcats put up a fight, but Marshall was able to come back on them. It felt good. I mean, it felt like that was a competitive game. Marshall needed that, and it felt like it was a game in which Marshall had answers. That was a good game. It was a good win. You don't go to the Convocation Center if you're Marshall very often and win, because Ohio has definitely had the Herd's number in Athens. So all of that's coming up, and when we continue, we're going to talk about what's happening with Marshall. A lot of things promotionally going on, a lot of things you need to know, and joining us next will be one of the voices of the Thundering Herd's promotional efforts. If you don't know Sydney by now, you're missing out. Sydney Shelton's joining us, Director of Marketing and Fan Engagement. She's always trying to come up with new things to excite fans. We'll find out what she's been working on. And later on, we'll get more of your text in as we get closer to tip-off. Marshall's taking on Toledo. We got a full show. Hope you are part of it tonight. We've got tickets to give away as well. And the only way you can win those tickets is being a part of the show at 304-396-TALK, 304-396-8255. So I think we're all set up, ready to go. When we come back from break, let's talk Marshall basketball and what's happening with the Thundering Herd. The Director of Marketing and Fan Engagement will engage you, Sydney Shelton, when we continue on this edition of The Drive on ESPN 94.1 and AM 930.
On the battlefield, there's a saying America's military men and women live by. Never leave a fallen warrior behind, ever. Off the battlefield, Wounded Warrior Project operates with the same goal. Wounded Warrior Project was created to help our men and women returning home with the scars of war, whether those scars are physical or mental. Wounded Warrior Project. We never leave a fallen warrior behind, ever. Learn more about what we do at woundedwarriorproject.org.
Hey, Tri-State, Frank's Place is where friends hang out with friends. Stop on by for happy hour from 4 to 6 p.m. and a lot of daily specials. If you're a sports fan, we have what you need. From the NFL, NBA, NCAA basketball, to college football bowl games and the national championship. First responders, stop by Frank's Place and check out the specials we have for you. Frank's Place, located at the River Place Plaza, next to Fratelli's. Check us out on Facebook for weekly updates and specials. Frank's Place, your home away from home.
Stalwart Insurance is the name for insurance in the Tri-State. They are committed to delivering tailored benefit solutions with thoughtful, strategic planning with valuable professional services. Stop by or call Stalwart Insurance for your homeowner's insurance needs. Stalwart Insurance is located right beside Kenny Queen Hardware on Route 10 in Barbersville. Call Stalwart Insurance anytime at 304-552-3883. That's 304-552-3883. Or visit them online at stalwartinsurance.com.
Metro Community Federal Credit Union has been serving the Huntington community for 70 years and is proud to announce our newest location in Lavallette. We look forward to bringing the residents of Wayne County a modern banking facility, a full range of services, advanced technology, expert financial advice, community involvement, and even a smart coffee kiosk cafe. Learn more about Metro Community Federal Credit Union online at metrocommunityfcu.com. Equal housing lender. Member NCUA.
The holidays come but once a year, and Masterforce is here to spread some cheer with drivers and drills and blades and bits. From sanders and saws to power tool kits, Menards has the value and savings, of course. Shop tools and accessories from Masterforce. Find great stocking stuffers and gifts at Menards. Plus, don't forget about our gift cards. Get 12% off till Christmas Day in all Masterforce. Savings are a mail-in rebate. Some exclusions apply. Sorry, no price adjustments. See store for details.
For more than a century, AM radio has evolved to meet the needs of our community. More than 80 million listeners depend on AM radio each month. AM radio is also the backbone of the emergency alert system, which keeps us safe in dangerous times. It's reliable, free, and public safety depends on it. Text AM to 52886 and tell Congress we need AM radio in cars.
Message and data rates may apply. You may receive up to 4 messages a month, and you may text STOP to stop.
This message furnished by the National Association of Broadcasters.
Life can come at you fast. Don't let life's important matters take you by surprise. Prepare for your future or the future of your loved ones with the help of Elder Law of Eastern Kentucky in Ashland. If you have questions about Medicaid, estate planning, wills, and trusts, Elder Law of Eastern Kentucky is here to help. If you live in Kentucky and need help planning your future, visit elderlaweky.com. Don't let life take you by surprise. Elder Law of Eastern Kentucky, proudly serving residents of the Bluegrass State.
Cut down on heating bills with a central boiler outdoor wood furnace. Heat multiple buildings, pools, and hot tubs, all with one furnace. And get unlimited hot water. Come to Altizer Farm Supply and see the central boiler outdoor wood furnaces at 585 Centerpoint Road in Thurman, Ohio, 740-245-5193.
Before I was adopted, I felt like my life was already over.
My biggest fear was that I would age out and not know how to be sufficient on my own.
At a certain age, like they don't want you, you're troubled and stuff.
The clock is ticking for the more than 125,000 kids waiting to be adopted from foster care. Help the Dave Thomas Foundation for Adoption prevent them from aging out without a permanent family. Learn more at davethomasfoundation.org.
Come alive with the forest. Visit discovertheforest.org to find a forest near you. Brought to you by the U.S. Forest Service and the Ad Council.
This is The Drive with Paul Swann on ESPN 94.1 FM and AM 930.
Welcome back to our Wednesday, December 13th edition, The Drive on ESPN 94.1 and AM 930. I'm your host, Paul Swann. Always a pleasure to welcome to the program. She is the Director of Marketing and Fan Engagement at Marshall University, Sydney Shelton. It's been a few weeks, Sydney. How you been?
Great. How are you?
I'm good. I'm glad we get to do this again because basketball is back finally after tonight's win against Toledo. The Herd's going to be back for a few days, and I know you're excited to get everyone back in Henderson Center to watch Dan D'Antoni and his squad. We got a 4-game homestand. Is that right?
Yeah, 4 games. We're super excited. You know, we got 3 before Christmas and 1 to bring in the new year, and we're excited to have Herd fans back at the Cam.
So what are you working on that's special for Herd fans? I know you always got something going on that's different, and every night seems to have a different theme. So let's start with the game that's coming up on Saturday, and that's Marshall versus UNC Greensboro. And that's going to be a 7 o'clock tip. What can Herd fans expect as we get back into the Henderson Center?
Yeah, so we want to make sure Herd fans get there early. We're going to honor the Skaggs family for all that they have contributed in our new practice facility and all of that up in Gullickson Hall. We're going to honor them before the game, so make sure you get there early so that you can see that. We're super excited, to honor them for all that they've done. And then it's also camp day. So if our local Little Herd campers attended camp this summer, then they are actually going to get free admission to the game on Saturday, and we're going to acknowledge them at halftime. So super excited to welcome them back to the camp since they were here this summer with a different camp.
And that's something that the little campers get to do every year. This isn't just, hey, you guys get to come this one time. If you do the camp, you always get to go to a game as well.
Yeah, we in the past have generally done a camp game where we, acknowledge that they attended and they get free admission. But this is the first year that we're going to kind of bring them down and recognize them as, being Herd supporters and attending the camp.
Anything special for the Skaggs family? Of course, if you haven't been into the renovated practice facility, it's night and day from what it used to be. And I remember being in there when Marshall volleyball played. This goes back a ways, Sydney, and I would be the public address announcer, but I was using what looked like a CB handheld device to make those announcements on a tiny speaker. It's definitely changed in what they have in there and how nice it is.
Yeah, we're super excited to honor them. They have done so much work that really affects multiple of our programs and lots of student athletes, so we're really thankful for them in their donation, and we're excited to recognize them at the game.
So that's Saturday, and then we've got a fun weekend, hopefully. We're all going to enjoy the weekend. Come back on Monday. We'll get together once again. And the Herd's bringing in Bluefield, so what's special for the Bluefield game?
Yeah, so Bluefield is going to be our local heroes game, so we are thankful game. We're excited to celebrate our local heroes, for them to come in. There's a ticket discount out there that you can claim some tickets on the Herd Zone ticket website. And then we do have a special surprise in a game ball delivery. So you'll have to come out to the game and you'll have to see what that special surprise is for the game ball delivery on Monday.
Is it Marco from the Rafters? If I guess it right, will you tell me? Is it Marco from the Rafters?
I will never give away my secret.
Marco from the Rafters. I think I've confirmed that there. No, I don't want to misquote you. So it will be a surprise on Monday, special game ball delivery. That's going to be pretty cool. And then, of course, it's Bluefield. You always want to bring in a team with a regional tie to the Thundering Herd into the area. So that's going to be pretty cool. And then Thursday, hopefully we'll be all recovered from the bowl game and ready to go on Thursday, as the Herd will bring in UNCW and also a 7 o'clock game. What you got for us on that one?
So this is probably my favorite basketball theme of the year. It's our holiday game. So we will have Santa Marco there to take photos. We're going to have a kids area where you can come color Christmas ornaments and write letters to Santa Claus. We have a little giveaway for probably the first 750 fans that get there. So you'll get a nice little holiday gift from Marshall Athletics. We have holiday music. We'll have a local dance team coming in to perform at halftime. All kinds of great holiday-themed excitement around the Herd for the 21st game.
All right, you're going to make it snow in the Henderson Center, right? Can we do that?
I mean, I wish. I would love that. I'll have to circle up with the people and see what they think.
Okay, let's do it after the games. That way we have a game to play. But after that, can we have like a winter wonderland in Henderson Center, just make it snow?
I mean, that would be awesome.
Wouldn't it? It would be really cool. And, of course, you could have snowball fights in the Henderson Center. I don't know. This might be a bad idea now that I think about it here, because, of course, snowball fights lead to – yeah, maybe that's not a good idea. Or if we do snow in the Henderson Center, you can't go on the court.
I think that I have a better idea. How about we do a teddy bear donation, and fans that bring in a teddy bear to donate to Hoops Family Children's Hospital will get a discount on their ticket.
Okay, so teddy bear giveaway, that always is good. I talked to Deborah Boughton the last time we had a conversation around this time of the week, and she mentioned that they're going to do something later with the teddy bears. You can tell me that, right?
So we collected the teddy bears for the women's game at the beginning of the week. We will collect teddy bears at the men's game, and then our men and women's basketball team will actually be able to deliver those to Hoops Family Children's Hospital, and we're super excited about that. And, to give back to those local kids means a lot to us.
And this is a new teddy bear, right? You're looking for a new toy?
Yes.
Okay. So that's what is going to happen, is they're going to be distributed to kids all across that need it, and new teddy bear gets you a discount to get into the game. And so just how does that work? Is it just one teddy bear per ticket discount? Is there family? What can you do?
Yeah, one teddy bear per or stuffed animal per ticket.
Okay, so I show up, I have a teddy bear or a stuffed animal, I get a discount on my ticket. Pretty cool.
That's correct.
Okay. Sydney Shelton is joining us. She's the Director of Marketing and Fan Engagement at Marshall University. So I know you've been busy all over the place, because not only do you have basketball, the bowl game, we're almost there. Marshall taking on UTSA in the Scooters Coffee Frisco Bowl. what should Herd fans be excited about as far as things that you're doing as a university? Are there last-minute watch parties? Is there anything going on that maybe to help generate excitement, maybe help fans get there? What's going on?
We do have a Marshall tailgate that'll be down in Frisco, and that is free to Marshall fans that are going to be down there. I think it's cash bar. But come down if you're traveling down to Frisco. Join the sea of green that will be down there, and just support the Herd and have a good time.
And that's for fans that travel, make the trip. There's going to be an opportunity for them to hang out with fellow Herd fans as they're at the bowl game. Anything back home? Anything, maybe a watch party or anything else that you're trying to work on that maybe you can tell us a little bit about, or too soon?
Yeah, it's a little soon, but we do always encourage people to go out and support your local businesses that will have the game on, and give back to the community in that way while you're also supporting the Herd.
Okay, tickets for this is somebody maybe wants to go last minute. They've kind of waited a little bit. What do they need to do?
Yeah, just give the ticket office a call, and they can help you out, and we'll get you squared away with tickets to the bowl game. Okay,
so still an opportunity. You want to buy those tickets through Marshall, obviously, because Marshall benefits more from those tickets if they come through the athletic department. So I encourage everyone, even if you're you're on the fence on it, if maybe you finally got that great deal on the plane trip that you're looking for, call Sydney, call the ticket office, and they'll take care of you. Sydney Shelton's with us. She is the Director of Marketing and Fan Engagement at Marshall University. So we've got basketball covered. We got the bowl game covered. What else is happening at Marshall that maybe we should start looking ahead for?
We're super excited in the moment where we are. We're excited for both basketball programs. The women's team is on a little bit of an away stretch until we start conference play. So just encouraging everyone to, watch their games on ESPN Plus and follow the stats and just continue to support them from afar as they travel, for Coach Kim Caldwell's first season.
Can we send them travel kits, care packages? It feels like they're going to be away from Huntington so long.
Yeah, maybe that has to go through compliance, but I'll let you work through that.
I get it. I understand. I don't want to get anybody in trouble. That's not what I'm here for, to get anyone in trouble. But if they do want to support the program, though, they can log on to herdzone.com and they can donate to the Big Green and to the program. So, in a sense, that's sort of a care package.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. We couldn't do anything without the support of our donors, the donors that are local, the donors that are across the country. We couldn't do anything without those folks. And so if you want to support our women or any of our teams as they are coming out of their season, going into their season, or currently in the middle of it, I would encourage you to go to Herd Zone, go to the Big Green tab. You can support the programs and give, because anything helps. And we appreciate anything that our fans are willing to do to support these teams.
Sydney Shelton, Director of Marketing and Fan Engagements, with me. You heading to the bowl, or you guys stay back here?
I'm staying back. Excited to support the Herd in the CAM.
Okay, so somebody's got to be the adult in charge, and that is you, it looks like.
I don't know about adult in charge, but, I am really excited to be sticking back with basketball. Got exciting things planned. Obviously, we've touched on those, but, three basketball games before Christmas, and Christmas will be here before you know it, but we're excited.
Christmas is your favorite time of the year, isn't it?
It is 100%. I love the holiday season.
Are you? What is it about Christmas that you like the most? I'm just curious.
I think just growing up, my parents made the holiday season very fun and magical for me, and so that just has a special place in my heart. And I try to bring that joy to others during the season.
Okay, so hot cocoa and candy canes and all of that's going to be at the Marshall game this week for all of us, right?
We'll just have to wait and see.
Okay, so that's a no. Come on, one candy cane. Come on, you could come out and you could give us all candy canes. You're already distributing 3-point cards and everything else. Just give us all candy canes while you're at it. Green ones.
I did say that there was a Herd holiday gift at the 21st game.
I know, but I'm going to be there before the gates open, and that's going to disqualify me from that gift, Sydney. So I'm looking out
We'll see what we can do about it.
All right, I appreciate that. That I do appreciate. My friend Sydney Shelton is with us. She is the Director of Marketing and Fan Engagement, also a big fan of Christmas. and she loves sports at Christmas time. You're probably, before I let you go, you're probably in heaven on Christmas Day because you get to do all the Christmas stuff. And then you get to turn on what? The NBA? Is that you? Are you an NBA fan on Christmas Day? NFL this year?
I'll watch a little bit of anything, but I'm probably more of a football gal.
Okay, so some NFL football on Christmas Day for Sydney as she opens up her presents and definitely has a spectacular time doing it. Hey, thanks for doing this. I know it's always jam packed because you've got so much on your plate over there at Marshall. I appreciate you doing this, and hopefully, do I talk to you next week? What do we know? What's the schedule look like? Do you know?
We'll just have to wait and see.
Okay, no answer there. Sydney Shelton's my guest. She is the Director of Marketing and Fan Engagement, of course, my friend as well. Good seeing you, Sid. We'll talk to you soon.
Yeah, thank you so much.
More coming up. It's The Drive, ESPN 94.1 at AM 930.
Wendy's Peppermint Frosty and Frosty Cream Cold Brew make the perfect gift for anyone in your life, especially for you. Yeah, this year you're sitting on your own lap and getting yourself what you want. Finally. And if you need a little more pep in your step, get yourself a refreshing Peppermint Frosty Cream Cold Brew. Or you can give it to your mom. Whatever.
Limited time only at participating U.S. Wendy's. Vanilla Frosty is temporarily unavailable.
Now is the time to add on a new bathroom or remodel your old one with the latest up-to-date bathroom fixtures from Mutual Wholesalers, 710 5th Street, Huntington. Come in today to Mutual Wholesalers' beautiful showroom and see how your new bathroom will look. Check out Acre by Max. Have a new bathroom this year. Mutual Wholesalers, locally owned and operated, 710 5th Street, Huntington. Call 304-525-9118.
Giovanni's has great Italian dishes. Spaghetti with meat sauce, lasagna, ravioli, manicotti, and baked lasagna. Giovanni's has the best sandwiches around, from the stromboli, Italian sub, calzones, and their signature Big Red. All dinners will be served with hot garlic bread or Italian rolls. Giovanni's Pizza, fresh, hot, and tasty. Have it delivered right to your door. Giovanni's, the Italian place to be.
Some days I cover up because of my moderate to severe plaque psoriasis. Now I'm hitting the road with clearer skin thanks to Skyrizi, Risankizumab Riza, a prescription-only 150 milligram injection for adults who are candidates for systemic or phototherapy. With Skyrizi, 3 out of 4 people achieved 90% clearer skin at 4 months. And Skyrizi is just 4 doses a year after 2 starter doses.
Don't use if allergic to Skyrizi. Serious allergic reactions and an increased risk of infections or a lower ability to fight them may occur. Before treatment, your doctor should check for infection and tuberculosis. Tell your doctor if you have an infection or symptoms such as fever, sweats, chills, muscle aches, or cough, or if you plan to or recently received a vaccine.
Thanks to Skyrizi, there's nothing on my skin, and that means everything. Your doctor today about Skyrizi, the #1 dermatologist prescribed biologic in psoriasis, and visit skyrizi.com or call 1-866-SKY-RIZZI to learn more.
Here's another Kindred Community Chatter brought to you in part by TikTok Tire, 3rd Avenue across from the Jones C. Edwards Stadium. The Marshall University Volunteers in Therapy Pro Bono Clinic, located on the Marshall campus, provide free physical therapy to those that don't have insurance or have exhausted their PT benefits. All sessions are provided by doctoral students with supervision by a licensed physical therapist. They're open 2 afternoons a week. Phone 304-696-2399 to set up an appointment.
Stalwart Insurance is the name for insurance in the tri-state. They are committed to delivering tailored benefit solutions with thoughtful, strategic planning with valuable professional services. Stop by or call Stalwart Insurance for your homeowner's insurance needs. Stalwart Insurance is located right beside Kenny Queen Hardware on Route 10 in Barbersville. Call Stalwart Insurance anytime at 304-552-3883. That's 304-552-3883. Or visit them online at stalwartinsurance.com.
Do you need a superhero that will help you overcome substance abuse? You'll marvel at how the Infinity Center can help you be your own hero. The Infinity Center has licensed professionals that are compassionate and caring. Located at 340 17th Street in Ashland and 500 Main Street in South Shore, the Infinity Center is accepting new patients. Your situation is not hopeless. The Infinity Center will help you get your life back. Contact the Infinity Center in Ashland or South Shore for help to be your own hero.
This is The Drive with Paul Swann on ESPN 94.1 FM and AM 930.
Our text line this hour is 304-396-TALK. 304-396-8255. That is the number to be a part of today's edition of the show. We're also giving you an opportunity to win tickets to go see the Herd on Monday, taking on Bluefield. 7 o'clock, we've got a 4-pack. Our texter of the day will win those tickets. And you're starting to line those up now, so let's start getting those in. And again, if you want to be a part of it, it's 304-396-TALK. Back to the text line. Texter says, we must change the way in which we judge coach performance. Wins will always be the bottom line, but the transfer portal, NIL money, has made continually impossible. Coaches may find themselves starting anew each year. I mean, that's a good point. The transfer portal is going to restrict how you're able to build a team year by year. It's also going to help you. That's the game now. That's the new game. How well can I recruit? How well can I retain? How well can I compensate for losses? How well can I hit the transfer portal? You have to do all of it. That's the challenge. I'm trying to bring talent in. I'm trying to retain the talent I have. I'm trying to go and get talent that's in the portal and evaluate that talent. For whatever reason, those players are in the portal. They want to leave their current situation. And so I need to do the best job possible to evaluate that talent. And if they can help us, give them an offer and see if we can bring them in. It's different than it used to be. I mean, recruiting used to be a lot simpler. I know that's probably not what a coach would say, but recruiting used to be simpler. Now it's 24/7, even though there are dead periods. It's 24/7. And speaking of the transfer portal, a federal judge has issued a temporary restraining order to keep the NCAA from enforcing its transfer rules and the restitution rule. Now, it's a 14-day window, but the restitution rule will keep the NCAA from punishing teams and players retroactively. So the good news is if you're West Virginia, Raekwon Battle should be in the lineup for the game on Saturday. This was part of a case in which West Virginia, Ohio, Illinois, Colorado, New York, North Carolina, Tennessee, they were all involved in this case. 14-day restraining order against the NCAA. So if you're a Division I athlete and you're impacted by this, you have the ability to compete immediately. Right now, the NCAA is not going to – it's given the direction. It's basically said, okay, we get it. We'll abide by this. But at the same time, I'm sure that they're going to fight it. I know it's been a big issue. It made a little bit more of a top-of-mind awareness here in West Virginia because of the situation the Mountaineers are going through right now. And, of course, West Virginia jumping in on this, trying to get this changed. How is this going to impact, though, college athletics? I get the whole idea that you're trying to prevent players from just picking up and leaving wherever they want to. But shouldn't there, and maybe I'm on the wrong side of this, shouldn't there be restrictions just a little bit? And I'm all for a player changing situation. If whatever the reason is, you're not happy or it's not working out for you at your school, you have the opportunity to get in the transfer portal. But is it going to be something we want to have where you can continuously be in the portal? Is it something that we want to see where a player can multiply switch schools? I mean, hey, I'm going to be here this way. You know that didn't work out. I'm going to be here. I'm going to go here now. Oh, this is a better situation. Do we want to see that? Is that what we want to see, the transfer portal? And, of course, yeah, we're timing name, image, and likeness in this. That's the big issue here. We're tying that all in now. the argument is, and here's the thing, here's the argument. Is it really antitrust? Is it antitrust? Is it really? I don't know. I'm not a legal expert, but I think there should be some sort of buffer here, because if not, how much more chaos can we stand before this just completely blows up? 304-396-TALK, 304-396-8255. And I'm interested in this from a legal standpoint because of what it might mean in the long run. Patrick Morrissey, Attorney General, State of West Virginia, he was on social media earlier talking about the court case. West Virginia is a part of this, and he said that the implications of the court case and this NCAA statement are profound. This paves the way for athletes to participate now without fear of losing eligibility. And this was a question to the NCAA. If a player plays in the next 14 days and the NCAA waiver rules are upheld on the 27th, does that burn a year of eligibility? And here's the response. The restitution rule, this is from the NCAA, restitution rule was suspended by the court, therefore eligibility would not be impacted. So there is a little clarity on this. So if a player takes advantage of it now, they're not going to be penalized if the NCAA wins the case, which is good. Text line 304-396-TALK, 304-396-8255. Texter writes in, Paul, UTSA is a 13.5-point favorite with a 52.5 over-under. Someone's been doing their research today. Considering the travel logistics and fans attending and, of course, a limited ban, what is the pulse of Herd Nation, in my opinion? Well, the travel is going to be difficult for this one. It's a midweek game. So travel is going to be, I'm not saying impossible, but there are options. You can fly out of Cincinnati. You can fly out of area airports and go to the game. The question is, are you wanting to do that? Would you have preferred a weekend game? Would you have preferred a shorter destination, a closer destination? And I think it's no different than, say, going to the basketball tournament. There were Herd fans in Frisco for the basketball tournament. There will be Herd fans. Marshall fans will travel, but I think it's not just a Marshall issue. It's not just a Frisco Bowl issue. It's bowl travel as a whole. Some fan bases can't travel to far-flung destinations. And, again, Marshall fans have traveled. They have gone to some of these really out-of-nowhere bowl locations and done well. But the pulse is going to be an interesting one come game time, because you look at the crowd, you'll kind of get a feel, okay, there's a good crowd, there's a good representation of Herd fans, there's also maybe not a good representation of Herd fans. I mean, this is going to be an interesting game to watch from the standpoint, okay, is it a game that's impacted by the lateness of it? Is it impacted by the destination? Is it impacted by the travel logistics? Is it impacted by Marshall's 6-6 record? Is it impacted by what many perceive to be a game that UTSA is going to win? There's so many factors in this right now. And the only way that we're going to find out, we'll be watching the game together. For those of us that can't travel, we'll see how many Herd fans show up, how many fans are there representing Marshall. Right now, Marshall got into a bowl game. That's the victory right there. It didn't look good for a while that Marshall was going to qualify for a bowl, but Marshall did. So, as Coach Huff said, not bowl snobs. We'll take any bowl. More coming up, including your text, 304-396-TALK, 304-396-8255. This is The Drive on ESPN 94.1 and AM 930.
Check out Working Man Store in Huntington, the biggest inventory of scrubs in West Virginia, featuring brands such as Medcouture, Infinity, Dickies, and Cherokee at the best price. Working Man Store has one of the largest selections of big and tall shirts, jackets, and jeans in the area. Working Man Store is the king of blue jeans with Levi's, Dickies, Carhartt, Lee, and Wranglers in sizes up to 72. And Working Man Store has the best selection of men's work boots and casual shoes anywhere at the best price. Working Man Store, open every day at 145th Avenue, Huntington.
Hey, Tri-State, Frank's Place is where friends hang out with friends. Stop on by for happy hour from 4 to 6 p.m. and a lot of daily specials. If you're a sports fan, we have what you need. From the NFL, NBA, NCAA basketball, to college football bowl games and the national championship. First responders, stop by Frank's Place and check out the specials we have for you. Frank's Place, located at the River Place Plaza, next to Fratelli's. Check us out on Facebook for weekly updates and specials. Frank's Place, your home away from home.
You've cut back on everything and you're still coming up short at the end of the month. Give your local State Farm agent a call for a free discount double check. They'll show you how something as simple as combining car and home policies can save you hundreds of dollars a year. Being there to help keep more of your money is why your local State Farm agent is here. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
In Huntington, Ray Crabtree, 304-736-8181. In Lavalette, Jason Elkins, 304-529-7555. And in Charleston, Lisa Godwin, 304-984-0000.
Get the tire that will see you through the cold and then some. The long-lasting all-season Michelin Cross Climate 2 tire, because winter doesn't last forever. Between 11:15 and 12:05, get $70 via reward card or virtual prepaid card after online submission with the purchase of 4 new Michelin passenger or light truck tires. $70 tire rebate on all tire lines, plus a $30 bonus rebate on Michelin winter tires only. See TikTok Tire, 3rd Avenue in Huntington, across from Jones C. Edwards Stadium.
www.michelinman.com/deals-deals-and-promotions-and-rebates for complete detail. Offer expires 12/5/23. Void where prohibited.
You just can't stop once you've tried Scraggle Pop. Scraggle Pop kettle corn has become a favorite snack throughout the tri-state area, and they are now expanding beyond. This Christmas season, come visit Scraggle Pop at the Huntington Mall, the Ashland Town Center, Food Fair, and a number of great tri-state retailers. They have an assortment of delicious flavors like cinnamon, caramel, Chicago blend, and of course the original blend of kettle corn that started it all. Grab your favorite kettle corn blend along with a frozen sweet tea, lemonade, or hot apple cider. Take home a beautiful Christmas tin for yourself or as a gift for family and friends. Scraggle Pop also offers many sports team tins for the sports fan in your life. So check them out today at the Huntington Mall or the Ashland Town Center. Scraggle Pop now ships nationwide. Visit their website at scragglepop.com to send your loved ones a tin of their favorite flavor. You just can't stop once you've tried Scraggle Pop. ScragglePopKettlecorn.com.
On the battlefield, there's a saying America's military men and women live by. Never leave a fallen warrior behind, ever. Off the battlefield, Wounded Warrior Project operates with the same goal. Wounded Warrior Project was created to help our men and women returning home with the scars of war, whether those scars are physical or mental. Wounded Warrior Project. We never leave a fallen warrior behind, ever. Learn more about what we do at woundedwarriorproject.org.
Hey, is that a faucet running?
Nope, that's not a faucet. That's a river rushing through the forest.
It is?
Yeah, forest rivers provide over 100 million people with clean water to drink. The water comes straight from the forest to us. In fact...
What? I can't hear you because of the vacuum.
That's not a vacuum. That's the trees in the forest cleaning up the air we breathe.
How do trees clean the air?
They soak up the dirty air on their leaves, branches, and trunks, which means clean air for us.
Cool. I didn't know that.
Yep, but the forest does more than give us clean air and water. It gives us shade for hot days, birds to listen to, and trees to climb.
Wow, that's awesome. I didn't know how cool the forest could be. Hey, let's go explore some more.
Visit the forest today and enjoy all it does, just for you. To learn more about the forest and find one near you, go to discovertheforest.org. Brought to you by the U.S. Forest Service and the Ad Council.
This is The Drive with Paul Swann on ESPN 94.1 FM and AM 930.
It's our final segment for today's edition of The Drive on ESPN 94.1 and AM 930. I'm your host, Paul Swann. Thanks for being a part of today's program. We're going to bail out in just a few minutes because we got to transition over. We're going to be on 93.7 The Dog in just a few minutes, as well as right here on ESPN 94.1 and AM 930. It's going to be West Virginia and Appalachian Laborers District Council College Basketball. Today is presented by Lyuna, your workforce solution. WVLDC.org. Marshall at Toledo taking on the Rockets. 7 o'clock tip-off at Savage Arena. Toledo leading the all-time series 38-24, and Toledo has won 4 of its last 5 home meetings against the Thundering Herd. We've got the game for you coming up. Then afterwards, stick around for 20th Street Giovanni's college basketball wrap-up, where we'll get your reaction to hopefully a Marshall victory as the Thundering Herd and the Rockets do battle. I'm not saying this is a big game for the Thundering Herd, but I'm not going to say it's must-win. It's an important game. You got to get this one because you look at the schedule coming up, and 2 of the 3 games are challenging. UNC Greensboro will be challenging. UNCW will be challenging. Bluefield hopefully will not be challenging, but 2 of the next 3 will be challenging before the break. And you want to have as much momentum. I know Dan doesn't really get into the momentum. I think it's a real thing. The momentum is real. I believe in it because if you're winning, then winning is contagious. If you're losing, losing is contagious, as cliche as that is. It's just a fact. If you're having success, you tend to be more successful. If you're having struggles, you got to figure a way out of the struggles. And so, it's all down to hopefully the Herd can go into Toledo tonight and win the game, execute. I'd rather have a 2-game winning streak coming back home than losing on the road against the Rockets coming back to the Henderson Center. I think that's a fair statement. And, of course, we're going to take text in our post-game show as well, so keep the number handy and against 304-396-TALK, 304-396-8255. We will decide in just a few minutes who's going to be our winner. Our text of the day, giving you 4 tickets to go see the Herd take on Bluefield. That's coming up Monday night, 7 o'clock, so we'll announce that winner later on. We'll give you a text if you win. If you didn't win, don't worry. We got another opportunity for you coming up tomorrow. So that's pretty much the show in a nutshell. As I said, we're going to leave early here in just a few minutes so we can get ready for the next show, which is going to also air again on 93.7 The Dog, Marshall, and Toledo. Toledo's a pretty good team. You look at what they've been able to do. Toledo, 8th straight year, the Herd is taking on the Rockets. Marshall did get a victory last year, 185, but the Rockets had a 5-game win streak against Marshall going before that. So it's going to be an interesting game tonight. Can Marshall get the victory over the Rockets? I mean, it was hard thought the other day. It's hard thought. Can Marshall win the Convocation Center? That was the big question, and Marshall was able to do that. So maybe Marshall can get the win at Savage Arena. We're going to find out, and that's going to come up here in the next few minutes. I invite you to stick around as we transition. Basically what we have to do is we got to move studios. I have to physically go move the studio and go to another seat. So we're going to transition here in the next moment. And until then, keep it locked here on ESPN 94.1 and AM 930. And you can also flip over to 93.7 The Dog for our pregame coverage, Marshall and Toledo. That's coming up with a 7 o'clock tip. And that's going to do it for this edition. Thanks for tuning in. I'll be back with you in just a few minutes right here on ESPN 94.1 and AM 930.